Hello, this is Andrew from Trend Following Mentor, and we're going to do a wrap up on yesterday's stock market today. Today is the 30th of January of 2013. I invite you to come to my website, Trend Following Mentor, and pretty much on my blog, I just go over about the strongest stocks, the leading stocks, the action of them, what transpires, how to trade them. You'll learn a lot of stuff. I also have a book called The Bible of Trend Following, but let's get to Metastock. First thing, everything I always do is I look at the stock market itself. I look at the index. I look at the S&P 500. I look at the ETF as an example. And we're in this fantastic move up from the lows in November, something like about 12%. And there's people that say overbought and all that kind of stuff. Well, trends can stay in momentum or motion for quite some time. The thing that we have to notice and really be careful of is the divergences. And you can almost see, like here, high, you were going down. We have a high here. And the question is, until this thing turns down, then we might have a divergence. That's a little bit worrisome. The other thing that's worrisome is the exuberance, that there's a lot of money being thrown into mutual funds and into the market now for people that missed this rally up. During times like this, you have to follow your plan. First of all, our opinions don't matter. I mean, the market can go to who knows how high, or it can go down who knows how low. The idea is, the main point is, this line of demarcation, I have a 200-day moving average. If I'm above it, I want to be long. I want to be long in the strongest stocks. And what I do is, I rank them. I rank them in Metastock. I can tell within seconds the strongest stocks. It doesn't mean just go out and buy these things, but because some of them have had some serious issues or pullbacks, but I've been in some of them for a long time and basically cashing in the chips. And I'll be pulled out if the market gets not favorable and starts turning into something not a bull market. I will be pulled out with my trailing stops. Let's look at some charts. Dunkin' Donuts is a little bit interesting. Looking for a little bit more of a pullback. Also, I'd like to see to take out these highs, which it hasn't done. So there's really nothing to think about at this point. Okay, Seagate. Seagate got clobbered yesterday. I'm basically exiting this trade on the open. Here's my trailing stop. It's a volatility stop, an article that I wrote in 1999 that trails the trend, actually called the trend rider line. But it didn't work. So I'm going to be out of STX on the open, and still had a nice profit. Gave a lot of it back, but this is what the trading is. Let's jump to the next window. Here, FleetCor. FleetCor is one of the strongest stocks. It's you can see this huge move, and how this indicator keeps you in the move. I'm looking for a little bit more of a pullback. I mean, we've had, what do we have here? 2 days. I'm looking for more of a pullback. Like, pullbacks like this are great. Pullbacks like this, and you just draw a trend line. It's really simple, and you have a low risk trade from your entry down to this trailing stop. But we're not there yet. I'd like to see another down day, possibly, if I take this trade. Okay, we did Seagate. ResMed is another one. And this nice big gap up, huge gap up, not huge, but a nice big gap up. I'm not sure what to do here. I'm not sure if I'm going to be buying the highs or waiting for more of a pullback. But looking at the market with all the number of up days and the situation is, I would tend to believe that we're going to have somewhat of a pullback more than a rally up. And plus, I'm already heavily loaded in my portfolio with many other positions. So with ResMed, I don't have to be overly aggressive, especially when we have this huge run up. I mean, the key is not losing money. And when you have an opportunity to make it, you make it. And I've made it, but I'm not willing to give it back on some other new trades. Stratus, I'm out of. And you can see it's below the line. Nothing to think about. There's people that think it's a bargain. Who knows? I'd be a buyer again at the highs. And as long as we're above this trailing stop, in the meantime, there's nothing to think about. I'm out. Okay, this is an interesting stock. These are the prior highs. Actually, this moved up in the rankings intra-week. Had 1-2 days of a pullback. You can see the MACD is down. I'd like to see another day of a pullback and then try to buy the breakout of it. Because I do two things. I do breakout trades, which I missed. I'm not perfect, as my wife tells me. And I also buy retracement trades. I like retracement trades because sometimes they're a little bit low risker and you can put on more position. IXIA, I'm out of. I got taken out of, and just don't like how I got in here, ran it up, and then got taken out here after it took out all of these days and lows. And plus, I don't like the look of this MACD. I think that we're going to be turning down a little bit more. And also, it's fallen out of the rankings. So that's one of the bigger reasons why I haven't bought it. QIHU, nothing really to think about. I would look to buy some more QIHU here. And I will be buying some more at the high of here, actually. And we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm already in this twice already. I've had a nice position in here. This is an interesting trade, this bonanza. I'm in this one. Actually, I took one chunk. I'm looking to buy some more. This is a very favorable bar because what it did was it cleaned out all of the weak hands. And I would tend to believe that this stock is going higher, so I'm going to be looking to buy some more BCI. I like this kind of a bar because it really took out a lot of people. It went down to my trailing stop and turned around. I like that. That's pretty cool. CELG, I'm in CELG. Nothing really to talk about. It was a low risk trade. I don't like this MACD here, but let's see what happens. I'm not doing anything really here. I'm in this trade. Been in this trade for quite some time. Nothing really to talk about. I bought one of the retracements. I have no clue if it'll work or not work, but again, it's just a low risk bet where I'm in. 3D systems, I'm out of. You can see that it actually opened up here and went back up. I'd be a buyer again up here, but I'd be very cautious of like a failed breakout to the upside. Many times those are failures. It's a well-known chart pattern where you have breakout failures. So it's really something to watch because you had a lot of volume here. Tremendous amount of volume, 11 million shares. And the rebound, okay, so you had a lot of volume on the rebound, 6 million, 7 million, but I'm not convinced. It was too big of a sell-off. But again, I'd be looking to buy here. I'm looking for a little bit more stability. Got in earlier, got in on this retracement. So we'll see. I mean, who knows? I'm not afraid to go back in. Western Digital also got hammered yesterday, right near my stop. So we'll see. I've got to see if I'm going to be out of this. The market will decide for me. My opinion doesn't mean anything. And guess what? Your opinions also don't mean that much. Trailing this one also, and we'll see what happens. Nothing really to think about. I bought a retracement trade on it. I would like to be buying more, over here, but we're not there yet. Trimble, nothing happening. Let me go into here. I have some other ones. I have this one has actually been going pretty nicely for me. This trade. I've been in this thing for a while. This Formica, whatever it is, Economical Mexico. I have no clue what it is. It was in the Can Slim IBD 50. It took out here, retraced. I like this bar. I got in, small risk, and just been riding it for quite some time, and see what happens. Again, this is Andrew from. Let me find where I am. From Trend Following Mentor. This was a wrap up on the stock market. Today we're going to have some very interesting reports coming out. What I want to say is interesting is that the amount of bears in the in the bond market is very interesting, and you can see it here. The 30 years have sold off. Actually, I am a trend follower, been a trend follower since 1994. I'm short the 30-year bond, the 10-year bond, the 5-year bond in one of my trading programs. But I will say this, which is fascinating, that there is an exuberance of shorts right now. There's more bears than bulls, which I really don't like. I like getting into trades before the world gets in them. I've been in this trade quite some time. You can see it's been selling off. Nothing totally dramatic if you really look on it on a weekly basis. I mean, going back to here. But I would assume that there's going to be somewhat of a bounce back. And, when interest rates go up, it's very negative for the stock market. I mean, I could be wrong, and there could be a surprise like in 1994 where interest rates popped and that really put the kibosh on the stock market. We'll see. Again, this is Andrew from Trend Following Mentor. I invite you to come to my website, learn, and you'll learn a lot of good stuff on how to buy the best stocks when the markets are healthy. Again, this is Andrew from Trend Following Mentor. Thank you.